All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about an important topic, and this conversation I had over the weekend with a friend of mine, and we were talking about algo trading versus human trading. And this friend of mine, his belief is that humans should not be trading. He personally believes that um, we can't overcome our emotions, and no matter how good of a trader we are, eventually we're gonna succumb to our emotions, whether it's fear or greed or whatever. And like he believes this strongly. And I was talking to him about a bot he's creating, and I asked myself a question: like, why do we make bad trades or do reckless trades? And one thing that I can think of, it goes back to what he says, which is the fact that I'm trading. So, meaning if I spent a day trading all day, the way my brain works is if I work, then I deserve to get paid, right? If the human brain does not like the idea of you putting something in and getting nothing out. And that belief alone like literally makes you take ridiculous trades. And I thought about it compared to, let's say I had a bot. If I had a bot that made me $50 a day, I'd actually be very happy. I would be very happy with the bot that made me $50 a day every single day, and I did nothing. I just woke up and the bot made me $50 every single day. But if I, as a trader, would spend hours and hours and hours every day, and I make $50 a day, eventually I'd just do something else because I wouldn't feel like I would be getting compensated for my time. But this doesn't make sense. Like, why would I feel more comfortable getting $50 a day from a bot than if I would make $50 a day trading myself? And that's part of the issue is like, as traders, we believe because we're investing our time and our energy and our 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 emotions into our trades or into our trading, therefore we deserve not only a payout but a big payout, right? And this, I think this goes beyond human greed. I don't think it's greed. I don't think it's human greed that says if I'm gonna spend hours staring at a screen and making trades, then I deserve to get paid. I don't think that's greed. I actually think it comes down to just the human desire of, it's like you go to your job, you work for 2 weeks, and payday comes, you don't get paid. You're gonna be really upset and frustrated. And I think the same thing happens in the markets where, we're trading for hours, we're down, we're in the red, we're losing money, and there's this drive, this desire. No, I have to make this worth my time. I lost the time already. The time is gone. I have to get paid for it, or else it was meaningless. And that's not how trading works. Trading, I've made videos about this before, where even if you're a business owner, some businesses make all their money in one season and lose money all the other seasons, right? Like, your pay is not going to be an everyday thing. It might not be an every week thing. It might not be an every year thing, right? You have to look at your own P&L over time and really consider, are you willing to keep pursuing trading until you get to a point where you feel like you can make profit consistently? And that's actually a huge reason why I'm a proponent of prop trading, because myself, when I started out trading, like everybody else, I had the belief, well, if I had more money, I'd be a better trader. All I need is more money. But then once you start trading prop accounts with the simulated idea of more capital, you realize you make the same mistakes you were making with smaller accounts. And it takes blowing up enough evals to discover the problem is not my capital. A lot of the problem is my psychology. So if you're a trader and you're thinking that you know because you're making a trade or because you're spending time trading, you should get paid immediately. I think that's a logical thought. That's a reasonable belief. If I work, I should get paid. But it just does not work that way in markets. And it took me thinking about that. If I built an algo, how much money would I have to make for me to think it's worthwhile? And if I can build an algo that made me $20 a day, I'd be happy because it's just $20 I didn't have to work for. It's $20 that I just woke up and existed and I got it, right? So as traders now, does it really make sense for us to try to find ways to remove ourselves from trading? I personally enjoy trading. It's a challenge. It's definitely not easy, and it's something that I feel it gives me a sense of like satisfaction when I'm right or when I do well. Um, but if I could make a bot and I could automate my trades, I would be probably taking a lot less risk and a lot more consistent. And I don't even believe that it's entirely fear or greed based. Um, Definitely holding trades for too long, or I think hope is just as bad an emotion as fear and greed, right? If you're in a drawdown and you're losing hundreds, thousands of dollars, but the emotion of hope is like telling you, no, it's gonna come back. The trade's gonna turn profitable. The thing is, you could be right, and you could be wrong. And I think as a human, like it's just the humanness of all of it. Like all your human emotions, all your human logic combined, a lot of it does not work in the markets. Hope is not a good strategy. Hope is not a strategy at all. Fear is bad. Fear is also not great in markets. Sometimes you need to be fearless. Greed is not a good strategy either. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? You need to know when to be greedy and when not to be greedy. But even the rationality, the idea of fairness, right? Like if I work, I should get paid. Fairness doesn't exist in the markets either. And all these things are just natural human emotions that might be making you a really bad trader. So, what I want you all to think about is if you had a bot, how much money would it have to make each day for you to think it's worth it? And I think for most people, anything that's profit, even if it's $10 a day, that could be McDonald's or something. I don't know, but I think most people would be comfortable with the bot that made them $10 a day. But most traders, whether they're prop traders or self-funded traders, would not be happy or comfortable making $10 a day trading. Um, and the part of that's irrational about it is, to me, is if you can build a bot that makes you $10 a day, you can scale it up, right? Like you can find ways to scale that up without taking on massive risk. Whereas with these evals or prop firms, because you see the big number on the screen, you now feel, no, I have to make a lot of money with this one account. If you had found a way to make $10 a day on a 50K funded prop account, but it only worked if you kept your position size the exact same size, where you can make $10. If you wanted to make more money, you probably just go buy 10 eval or 10 funded accounts, right? You take 10 evals and pass 10 funded accounts and pay 10 activation fees to then make your $100 a day. And with trading prop firms, I think we don't have this belief. I think we have the belief of, no, I have this one account and there's one chance and I have to make $1,000 a day every day. And that's not realistic. I definitely think, thinking about that from my own psychology, like why do I feel the need to have to make more money when I'm trading versus the algo? I think it just comes back to the idea of, because I'm trading. Like because I'm trading, I want to be compensated for my time and my effort and for my knowledge and my experience. And those emotions, I think, makes you a bad trader if you don't know how to manage it. But at least being aware of it, it helps, right? Like think about when you're trading and you have this strong drive to end the day in the green. And a lot of times it's not a lot. It's a logical feeling, yes, of like, I've been in this trade all day for hours and I read the charts and I did my homework and the trade should go my way. But it's not. And you just have this feeling of like, man, I deserve to like end the day in the green. And if you have that, if you can't control that feeling, you're gonna blow up hundreds of accounts. Um, but speaking of prop accounts, Trade Day is gonna have one of their biggest sales ever. Um, in a couple of days, starting this Wednesday coming up, they're gonna have a 50% off sale. So if you go to Trade Day and use my coupon code of Honest Prop Trader, you're gonna save half off on your evaluation. So it's gonna go for 2 weeks. So if you're gonna do it, I tell you do it now. But I hope this video made you think about your own just feelings and emotions while you're trading and how they might affect you negatively or positively. But if you agree with me, leave in the comments and tell me, what's been your experience with managing your emotions as a trader. Or if you disagree with me and think that humans are going to always beat algos, then let me know your opinions in the comments as well. But thanks for watching. And again, if you want to save half off on your next trade day evaluation in the next 2 weeks, use my coupon code Honest Prop Trader.